3, 2, 1. I
Hola.
know, you see, somehow the band's gonna get you. Remember, they did the countdown.
Yeah, I know. iCarly. Welcome.
Hello.
I wasn't ready for that one.
I know, a little shock every now and then does the body good.
Keeps me awake.
It is, what's the time? Wow. It's an hour and a half after we said we were going to start.
Hola. Hi. Welcome
Yes.
to our podcast, Our Isekai. On today's podcast, we're doing a full-on anime. It's an anime day.
It's like
It's an anime
like
day.
fully anime. Every single section.
Yeah.
Anime. We're like, the first one, anime. The second one, we gave you a little something. And then the next one, we just thought, we might as well just
keep the theme.
You know, do the whole thing anime. So
Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. Like she said, what do we do on this podcast?
So we discuss anything we want, from our thoughts to our dreams to what we're watching, current news, Reddit, things we found funny, you name it.
Other people's podcasts.
Oh, that too. But that's only like a tiny part of our conversation, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, we don't really talk about the podcasts that like we listen to independently.
No.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Why?
I don't know. I tend to listen
Would you want to
like,
know more what I listen to outside of us?
Well, lately anyway, I should say. I've been listening to not political. I've been listening to a podcast called If Books Could Kill. It's been quite enlightening.
Okay.
They're doing like books in like recent years that have that have caused harm to society, really. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. It's been interesting anyway. But yeah. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell. How about you, actually?
I'm currently into the cancel podcast.
On
it because I don't think I'm really into pop culture like other people are into pop culture.
Oh.
So they're like my pop culture. Like,
wait, this is the one with Tana.
is it? Let me go to her. I don't know the names, to be honest, by now.
Tana Montag.
Let me go to it.
Please pardon my pronunciation, but I'm pretty sure that's Tana. Tana.
That one?
What's the names of the people on the pod? Oh,
And the host.
yeah. Host? Oh no, it doesn't say anything about. It must be different then.
Anyway, so yeah, they talk about people that have been cancelled recently and reasons why, but it's just like, it's a commentary on pop culture instead of just like, here's pop culture news.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So like they talk about specifically people that have been cancelled, or
Well, they did an episode on Northwest.
Oh.
About
so people are.
not that it was a commentary about how funny she is and how she keeps Kim humble,
Yeah,
because that
yeah.
was the thing that was happening on
Yeah.
TikTok. Like, North was brought on this earth to humble Kim, and they were doing a commentary on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. That's good. I saw the interview that she did. I think I'm not sure if it was with Vogue or with a Variety, maybe.
Maybe.
Where she was like, Kim was like, look, it's her, it's not me, I promise, guys. But yeah, anyway, but that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So introductions.
I'm Super Sane Face, obviously.
I'm gonna keep kicking every time.
Do you have a problem with being a Super Sane?
No, not
I
at
hope
all.
not.
And I'm overpowered. I don't know, maybe I'm going to be a villain this episode. We'll see. Which I know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What's interesting now?
It's okay. Let's go on.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing like a anime, so Japanese anime versus Western animation. So like cartoons that we watched when we were growing up, really. So we're not going to be drawing like differences, or we're not going to be comparing them. We're not going to be comparing the art. Maybe we might compare the art, but we're really mainly going to be drawing like parallels and similarities and things like that. No critiques. We're just being like, oh, this kind of mirrors this, or this reminds me of this. Ha 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 ha. Imagine if they were all in the same world type thing, or however it is you want to see it. So we're back. So as we were saying, anime, Japanese anime, Western animation, similarities, parallels, and that like an anime, Japanese anime that kind of reminds us of a Western anime, cartoon animation thing, and yeah. So you go first, and then I'll go.
Okay. My first one is going to be Code Geass and Arcane League of Legends. So they're both dystopias, right? So there's two different worlds. Both are bad for different reasons. Like there's no good side, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, because like there's in Arcane you have top side and the zone, and then in Code Geass you have essentially the rich and like the people who inhabit the land already. So
Okay.
but in Code Geass, one you do favor more than the other. That's the only difference. But they're both dystopias, and it's both about a power struggle on who's going to come up on top and who's going to be the overarching ruler of this said world.
Okay.
They both talk about inequalities. They talk about family dynamics because the main characters that we follow in Arcane are two sisters, and in Code Geass it's a brother and sister that we follow. So those are my parallels and my similarities.
Interesting. Huh. So like, okay. But like Code Geass has like a main guy, doesn't it? And
Yes.
he's kind of pushed to be the right guy somewhat.
He's a main character, but we sort of root for him, but also not rooted for him because he does kill people. Yeah.
Fair.
And
So
his ambitions are very selfish.
Right, and that's the same as the one with the purple hair? Blue hair.
Blue hair. Well, yeah, she does kill people, and her reasons for doing so are selfish. But there's also more background because her parents were killed by the other side, and that's why she's
And it's
like,
kind of the same for this guy as well, Lelouch.
Lelouch, but he's from the other side as well.
He's from the other side? I thought he was mixed.
Like, Lelouch v Vampire, Lelouch v Britannia. They're the same person. He's from the rich family. He got cast away.
Ah, right.
He got disowned.
Fair. Okay. But let's see, what else? Arcane. They're very different art styles, aren't they, though?
Yeah. Well, there would be.
Yeah, obviously one's more recent than the other.
That and they're different.
The Lelouch one looks very similar to like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Similar time period.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. He's a lot of people's favorite like
He's
characters. Like main
honestly,
character.
as a main character, he gives it. He is a good. Like, he gives the energy that you would expect of a main character.
Fair. Fair.
Like he's arrogant. He's ambitious. He has like the audacity to try things. And you look at him, you're like, you small boy, you're still in school, but I like you still.
I hear that, you know, like he's very cocky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's actually crazy, but likable.
That's what
he
I'm
doesn't
saying.
do it in a you gotta hate him type of way.
No, but his arrogance is just on the edge of being dickish.
I hear that. So my first comparison is Archer versus Cowboy Bebop, and from what I know, this isn't the only place where Archer and Cowboy Bebop is popping up.
Really?
I feel like you compare Archer as well to something.
Let me double check my list.
I think you sent your list to me at some point.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So mine is Archer versus Cowboy Bebop. So they're both very, very slick, very stylish. You know, they have like a, I think, quite the similar humor-ish. It's also kind of in a place of work.
Okay.
Where one is like more in the office and the other one is like, I guess in an office was on a shit on a spaceship. And also action with guns and shit and all this cool stuff. So they gel together. And in a way, they go on like missions, right? And tasks. And so do the people on Cowboy Bebop.
Black Lagoon.
Oh la la!
I'm very surprised because you love Black Lagoon.
I love Black Lagoon. I didn't think of that.
Because once you said parallels, I was like, this sounds like a Black Lagoon like spin-off.
Yeah. So one of the things I was gonna compare was Gangsta and Black Lagoon.
Okay.
Because it's for me, it's the sense of like familiar, of like like they're doing like odd jobs, but not quite. Yeah, they're doing odd jobs. And like there's insane shootouts and stuff in both of them. So that was what I was going to do. And like the characters are cool, the art style. Oh my God, the storyline. Great. And like one of the characters, he's got his hearing impaired.
Okay.
And in Gangstar.
Okay.
And he's just so fucking cool. I'm so sorry. And like there's like a storyline with like a lady of the night and her character's like, the character development there is just fantastic. For all of them, it's just great. It's one of my favorite. It's literally one of my favorite animes, like ever.
Okay.
That and Black Lagoon. But those are the two I was going to compare, but I've literally just done that, haven't I? But they're both anime, which was the issue that I had. But I didn't think.
Black Lagoon and Archer would go well.
Yeah, no, I didn't think of comparing Black Lagoon and Archer like at all.
Okay.
Which is a real shame because they would have
like
gone
they
so
both
well.
go like a lot of mini tangents. They have little missions, and like even like the parents. Like we got what's the girl in Black Archer?
In Archer,
Yeah.
Lana.
Lana, you got Lana and Revy, like the
Yeah.
good like comparisons as female leads.
Yeah, that's actually so true. Oh
Right?
damn! That was a missed opportunity there.
It's okay, I got
God
you.
damn! Look at coming through. Well, you can cut that as one of mine.
It's a joint effort.
Subsection.
No. I gave it to you, so I'm gonna count as one of mine as well.
You should listen to yourself. You gave it to me. And I really accept it.
Fine. Have you continued with your Archer and Cowboy Bebop?
Yes, Archer and Cowboy Bebop. I like the comparison between obviously Spike and Archer himself. Forget the mum issue. Let's put that aside for Archer. They're both very cocky. They're both very like slick, and they like a girl, and it's kind of complicated.
Okay. I'm gonna continue with the Archer theme.
Oh, sorry. There's a little bit more.
You have a list.
I have a whole I think I might have got a bit carried away.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, like I said, it's kind of slick. It's like Archer's retro, and like the aesthetic is modern, and like the suits that they wear, both of them, and like they're sassy, they're sarcastic, they're very they give it, and like it's the same thing with Cowboy Bebop as well, right? It's like it's very jazzy.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, in my opinion. The season, I want to say 5 of Archer kind of gives the same vibe, I feel.
Where are you getting that from?
It's the one where he was in Dreamland and he was...
I didn't like that season.
I
didn't watch that season, to be honest.
Oh, I watched it all. I love Archer. Every single part of it.
I loved Archer, apart from that when he went into the coma.
But there's so many seasons.
Yeah, I didn't.
I loved every single one.
Once he was in the coma, I was like, we're good.
Yeah. I was one of those people that went with it. I loved every single second of it.
It was so wishy-washy.
What do you mean wishy-washy?
It was wishy-washy.
It's always been very wacky. Like the tangent that it goes, it's going this way, and then it's like, ooh, and then it's like,
But I feel the Dreamland coma season just was a bit extra for me. It was a bit...
Yeah, I don't actually know if it's called Dreamland. I'm not quite sure, but it's the one where I think they're in LA and like in the past. And like Lana's a jazz singer and stuff. And I actually, that was really nice. I think I might have been rewatching that arc when I did this actually.
Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
And also they fight with guns and stuff. And that's pretty cool, I guess. The cast, what was I going to say? I think that's pretty much it, really. It does also kind of delve into deeper things. The both of them do. But all in all, they're both funny. They're both quite sassy. They're very jazzy. And the main characters, I feel like they speak to each other. They would definitely not be friends, though. They'll be like friends that love to hate each other, I reckon. And I think that that's a great combo. Archer and Spike. Because Spike, he's so serious. And I just, he is actually, like, he announces to the whole fucking world that he's a spy. And, like, Spike is a bit more reserved. So they wouldn't get along.
Spike does have a bounty on his head.
This is true.
Listen, if I had a bounty, I'm not telling anyone my name. I'm going to the bar, ordering my drink, and saying thank you, and then leaving.
That was such a missed opportunity. I'm so upset with myself that I didn't think of that. Like Black Lagoon. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, that's the end of mine.
Okay. Continuing on with the art
End turn. Oh, I'm not picking up my G. Wow.
I'm continuing.
Shocking. This is shocking behaviour. Sorry,
I'm
carry on.
comparing Archer to Spy Family. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes. Well, the male leads in are very different characters. The Forger family and the Archer family are just very, out there. So, what I was comparing it to, because they've got the family dynamic. I'm comparing it to the part with the season where Lana got pregnant. You remember that season? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she has a child, and then in Spy Family, obviously we got Anna, we got Yor, and then we got the father. Forgot the father's name.
Anya Chan.
It's a child. But yeah, it's while Spy Family, they're trying to keep their talents and their Spy Family hidden. Archer is very, as you said, it's very out there. He just wants to tell everyone he's a spy. And then Lana's calm down. And I feel like Lana is like the bridge between the two things. So she's very much like Lana and Yor specifically, they're very much like very similar in their personalities. I think I feel in the base like they're both very protective people of the people that they cherish, and then they also like have like badass like backstories. Well, they're both like very good in like in physical combat. Like, even though Alana does use a gun, she is also good at physical combat herself. But yeah, the only difference is like I feel like in Spy Family it's centered around Anya a bit more than. I mean, we do see the other characters, but they're not. I feel like she is the bridge between both her father and mother.
Right. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Because they are they have their own little jobs, and neither one of them know what their jobs are. So they're just like.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just like he's here as a spy, she's here as an assassin, and then there's Anya here in the middle, who's like, oh, Mama and Papa, they're out here killing people. How nice. And I feel like Archer is a bit like Anya. Like he's very playful, he's very childlike, and he's just like me, I'm the star. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Because Anya is very much like that. She's very playful. She is a child herself, but yeah, she's very playful. She's very much like she wants to be adored, but she also wants to protect people. So I think Archer does embody that to some degree. You don't agree?
I do. Like when it comes down to it, Archer does like stand up for his people, but you gotta dig deep. No, I think I agree. I hear you with what's her name, Lana and Yor, because at first when you said like they're quite similar, I was like, ooh, are they? But I think it's just like the outwardness of it, like just the surface level, because like Lana's quite loud and like very out there. She doesn't take any. That's idiom. She takes no prisoners.
Okay.
Something Bridges. Is that right?
Bridges? I don't know which one you're going with.
She takes no prisoners, I think is the one I want to use. Okay. Like she's like very out there. But while Yor is also quite reserved from the outwardness, but in her head,
she's not.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that she's doing that because she
thinks that's what a wife would be.
She's trying to give off.
Yeah. So that was what I had to like think of, like, oh right, yeah, they are actually. Yeah. Yeah. That was what I was like at first. I was like, and then I was like, right, of course. Her brother
is a psycho.
He needs help. he needs help.
And he works for the government as well. You know.
Wait, who would the brother be in Archer? Who's that? Pam.
You think?
Who would it be though? It wouldn't be Barry. Would he be Barry?
No, I don't think so.
Because Barry hates Archer. It's okay with Lana. He hates Archer. But he loves his sister, but he doesn't quite look like the husband.
No.
So maybe Barry, but then he's a villain. But yeah, interesting. Huh. Okay. Anyway, my next one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. I do remember.
Okay.
I used to love it.
Yeah, so did I. How do I say? Dynamic duo, dynamic trio. So obviously, Al and Edward.
Okay.
Is his name Al? No.
Alphonse.
Alpha, so Al, yes. And Billy and Mandy, obviously. And then you add the girl, Lucy.
Yes.
Yeah. And then obviously the groom. So dynamic duo, dynamic trio, blah, blah, blah. They go on an adventure, which they kind of cause themselves.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of like humanity and like sacrificing, and one of the siblings, are they actually siblings? They're not, are they? They're friends.
Who?
Billy and Mandy.
Billy and Mandy are friends, yeah.
One of them is more serious and like the other one is like more playful and everybody likes it and kind of annoying, like Al, but I love Al though. So yeah. And they're also very funny. They both really are very funny, and they kind of, they don't laugh at death, and like things that are quite macabre, but they do kind of throw, they're both kind of based on like death,
yeah,
and like the other life, or the other life, the other side. Which one do I want here? One of them. You choose. Okay, and obviously, secondly, they both deal with the occult. Thingy is an alchemist, and obviously, there's a goddamn Grim. Like, what else do you want? And also, when you think about it, the shadow guy is kind of like a Grim Reaper, in a sense. Those shadowy, handsy things. The shadow guy, with the one that's standing in front of the door, which is kind of you.
What, in
Fullmetal Alchemist?
A god?
A Grim.
Yeah,
Like
but his name's God.
That's not...
The one in the white?
The one in white?
At the door?
Yeah, the one at the door is the one standing at the door.
Yeah, that's a version of God.
No, is it? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's what they called him, maybe, but he's not.
Okay.
Because at the end, they realized that it was you, like them.
Okay.
Like, remember the thing with when he took Edward's arm. Like the shadow thing had his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess in an essence, it is kind of like. I just want to blaspheme. This is anime. No, I'm like very conscious of these things very like recently.
You want to disclose it?
Yeah, it's like we're not obviously talking about your capital G-O-D.
We're not.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
So I just thought, disclaimer, we'll put that there. They're both quite dark with a twist. No, that is the second one. There is personal growth in what's it called? Fullmetal Alchemist.
Okay.
And there's also like political conversations there with like Wrath being the what is his general?
He's a general.
Right. And Billy and Mandy, they're kind of just on a wacky adventure, really. Same thing with the boys, with the brothers. Theirs is to find themselves. They have like a specific plan, but Billy and Mandy don't really have that. But there's a lot of mischief. It's very funny. So is Fullmetal Alchemist. Is it wild that I'm comparing these two? I feel like the more that I talk about it, it's seeming a bit crazy. Okay, so all in all, let me read exactly what I've put here.
Okay.
While they stare different genres, both series feature memorable characters and intriguing stories. Whether you're drawn to the depth of alchemy or the humor of the underworld, there's plenty of adventure to explore. That was so fucking cheesy. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm ashamed of myself here. But carry on.
Okay. I feel like it had more differences than parallels.
Yeah. I think as I was talking, I was like, God damn it. God damn it. I think I just like the idea that they're both dark. They're both on an adventure. And like, they're not chilling, but they're chilling. Things get dark on both ends. Like, remember when, what does Mandy do? Mandy was like, she did something to Billy, and Billy literally went to the underworld, and like she had to go look for him and stuff. And it was mainly just funny because Mandy, Mandy's a legend. In my opinion, she's very mean. Why did I like that girl? In hindsight, she's very mean.
No, I always knew she was mean.
Yeah, I always knew she was mean, but like now that I'm deep in all the things that she did to but then again, Billy is very annoying.
No, I feel like because when you compare it to like things like we had like Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids, we had Ed and Eddie. Like we didn't have like a female lead, a good female lead. That like, do you know what I mean? On the Cartoon Network shows. I mean, we had Johnny Test. Did you watch Johnny Test? We saw the sisters, but the sisters were more like background characters. They weren't main characters.
They weren't main characters. Yeah. No, I'm actually trying to think if I do know of any female
leads.
Like main characters. Apart from, I don't know if she's Cartoon Network. Juniper Lee.
She might be Disney.
Is she Disney?
I don't know. I'm trying to put a place there in my memory of.
Let me find Ms. Juniper Lee. Juniper Lee.
Yeah, it looks like a Disney show. Oh no, it's Cartoon Network.
Yeah, there you go. She was pretty cool. I liked her a lot. Who else did I like? La. I can't think of one, but I'm pretty sure there's quite a few. Because I think during this like Juniper Lee era, there were other female main characters. I want to say.
But I feel like Jennifer
I
Lee
could be
came on
wrong.
a while after Billy and Mandy. Maybe like a year or two later. Because it says it started in 2005. I'll check Billy
Billy and Mandy.
Grimm.
Billy and Mandy. Ooh, Robot Boy.
I love the Robot Boy.
Love Robot Boy.
Yeah, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy started in 2001. So I think that's why you see there was, I think during the police time there would have been more female leads, but not during Billy and Mandy's
time. Right. I think there might be a bit of a thing here because growing up, it's likely that I watched reruns of Billy and Mandy.
Okay.
And so I kind of most likely watched them around the same time.
That's fair.
We didn't have cable in 2001. That's for sure. I know that for sure.
Do you remember that one? Codename Kids Next Door.
Ah la la. Yes.
Then we also had Johnny Bravo.
Yes. Loved Kid Next Door.
And Dexter's Laboratory.
Dee Dee's very
Dee was annoying.
something.
We also had the original Powerpuff Girls. I have to say original because...
So those are leads.
Oh, that's true. But, okay then, we only have 2 leads.
That we can think of.
I got through a whole list, you know.
Is that it? Is that it? Surely not.
No.
Wow.
So
Hey, can I see?
you go.
Oh, damn.
So out of the list I've said right now, we've literally just named 2 things which we had female leads.
Whoa. I remember Chowder. But that Chowder's a boy. Foster Time for Imaginary Friends. I remember that. He's on my list as well. I don't remember that. American Dragon.
American Dragon was on Disney X, which then turned into Disney.
Oh.
Disney X. Jetix. It was on Jetix when Jetix got bought up by Disney.
Oh.
I love Jetix. Did you watch it?
No. I wasn't in the UK.
But yeah, Jetix.
Oh, Generator Rex. That was a good one. Camp Laszlo. I did not get it.
Let me see the picture. Never watched it.
I didn't get it. I tried. I was like, what? Is this for kids? Not babies. What are you trying to get at? Stop this. Let me see. I'm just going through like this list to see if there's anything that I recognize. Obviously, Scooby Doo. Kim Possible. Is she?
Kim
Cartoon
Possible was
Network?
Disney.
Okay.
See, that's what I mean. On Cartoon Network, there weren't that many female leads. So even though I knew Mandy was a mean girl, she was my girl. Does that make sense?
It's not looking promising.
You had 2 female lead shows. It's okay. They've we've grown.
That's bad.
We've grown. Okay.
No, but that's really bad, bro. Damn. Cartoon Network. What one?
It's gone now. I don't know who you're trying to...
I know, but still. Damn. I never really noticed, you know, but maybe it's because like most of them had like women in the background.
That's what I'm saying. That's in the background, but it weren't like
as a child, the sense of like main character doesn't. Well, it didn't sink in for me.
No, it didn't. But I'm just saying, like now that you're talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Would
like,
you say Gwen was a main? She's not a main character, but she was like one of the main casts.
What
from Ben 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
That was not during the time of Billy and Mandy.
I don't know. I don't know what time that we're comparing here because I kind of watched them all around the same time.
Okay. But no, Ben 10.
The girl in Megas XLR, although she was not human, but still.
Didn't watch that one.
Still female.
I didn't watch that one, so I cannot say.
Yeah, that's fair because I realized when I was doing this research that it's a very old cartoon.
Is
said,
it?
of course it is. Like I said, it's likely that I watch reruns of Cartoon Network. Yeah, because this is like Cartoon Network Nigeria in like 2006, 7, 8, 9. I wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network. Was I really allowed to watch anything other than Tom and Jerry, really? Let's not, let's.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
What a legacy they are.
Anyway, that's the end of my TED Talk.
Cool.
So far.
Ooh. Okay, so my next one would be Total Drama Island and Kakaguri.
I like this one. I was very curious about this one.
What do you mean?
I was just curious about this.
Okay, so in the first season of Tulsa Drama Island, we meet these 16-year-old children. As grown as they may think they are still children. So they go on this island, they do these little men adventures, they get to vote each other off, they get put into teams, and it's literally survival of the fittest using games and challenges. Kakaguri, though it's not on an island, it's a school setting, and survival of the fittest is done. You don't vote people out, but you can make them your pet by making them go into debt towards you, okay? Which is worse than being voted off.
I'll say. I'll say.
But it's still the same principle. They play games. You can be single player, team player. The team that wins in Kakaguri, you win money. Similar principle.
And status.
And status.
Status?
Status. And in Total Drama Island, similar principle. You get money and you get status if you win and if you get to the final round. And it's about being a team player, but also scheming. If you can cheat and you cheat well done to you. And if you don't get caught for cheating, bonus points. But the premises of it is, as I said, it's about the games. It's about community and breaking bonds. It's about making bonds, building trust, winning, gambling with sometimes your life in some cases. And other cases, other people's lives.
I don't know. Now, Kakaguri is wild.
But you can see it, the parallels between the two things.
They're very cutthroat.
And
but
very
one
comical.
does it in a funny, whimsy way, and the other one does it in a kind of fucked up way.
Hey, she just loves to gamble. She's a girl that loves to play.
She's just a girl.
Exactly.
She is just a girl.
She was bored, okay? And one day she said, it's okay.
I want to go to that school. I'm just going to gamble a man's life, you know?
Yeah. And similar to the teenage people.
She's like, I have nothing.
They're like, oh, it's summer break. I need a little bit of money. Let me go on this TV show. I might die, but I might win money at the end of it. Oh, it's okay.
Imagine if, it wouldn't have been fun.
What?
If, Kakaguri was kind of total drama. And where they, where it's like a reality TV show. And then they do all these things. And then you could have outside influence and people voting. That would be wild.
You're describing Hunger Games right there, mate.
No, it's not Hunger Games because...
Okay, this time they didn't choose to go into it, but...
Exactly.
It's a Hunger Games, but friendly. With options.
It's like how the people of the capital think the Hunger Games is.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more from you?
No, that's all my comparisons.
Okay, thanks. Next up on the agenda. Wait, that's all for you?
No, I've got one more left to do.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. Next on the agenda is Samurai Showdown. We have Rurouni Kenshi and Samurai Jack.
Okay.
It's the... I had it, and then I lost it. It's a Samurai Showdown! I'm so funny. No, I've got problems. Okay, so Samurai Jack, Samurai X,
Okay.
Rurouni Kenshi, Samurai Jack and Kenshin, they are the protagonists. They're the main characters, right? They're searching for something. They have they're both wandering. They're wanderers until he technically settles. That's Kenshin, but he's the Roman samurai. And so is Jack. Jack was cursed by some random guy, and this one, he's like a devil Batosai guy who, I guess he's looking for purpose. He's also looking for a bad guy, specific bad guy. So, right. So the both of them, they are wanderers. Jack is traveling through time. Kenshi is traveling through that particular era. I forget which era, Edo era that he's currently in. And he's looking for redemption, right? Because of what he's done. And he says he's never going to kill again. However, Jack, he's traveling through time because some evil lord guy, Aku, decides he's going to suffer. And I haven't seen the new one actually. I'm going on a slight tangent. The new Samurai Jack, like a grown-up version, I think Adult Swim did one. I need to watch that. But yeah, so parallels, travelers, and whatnot. Next thing, inner conflicts, right? So Kenshi, he's like battling with his past, right? And he's known as like this Batosai, like he has this huge reputation, and he's like struggling with it because like that's not who he is anymore, and he wants to protect people. He doesn't want to lose himself. He doesn't want to be the Batosai anymore. And like Jack, he also has like inner battles. Like he's lonely. He has to travel through time, and he's about to make progress. He's like, Aku's like, no, bitch, no. And so he travels again, and like he's having to kind of deal with constant helplessness, really. And it's kind of sad. I don't know why I found that fun to watch as a child, but there you go. They're both quite sad because what's his name? Kenshi, he's done a lot of horrible things, and he's like I said, he's trying to redeem himself. And this one, he's on like not a humanitarian mission, but he's on a mission to save himself so he can go back to his family and live his great life. And Kenshi quite literally just wants to protect the people he now loves and live a great life.
Yeah.
But his past keeps chasing him. Next, the style. I think they're not similar at all when it comes to style, actually. Samurai Jack is very... There's not a lot of like world building. It's all kind of very, very, very 2D and like very traditional Japanese art type look to Samurai Jack. But with Kenshi, it's very 90s. It's very colorful. It's very like action, very gripping. However, they both have action. Yeah. Like finishing moves and like striking and like the shh. It's very, I found that they were quite similar when it comes to like the little put in like finishing moves. And obviously they are both Japanese, but I do think that Samurai Jack was done by the West and Rurouni Kenshi was done in Japan.
I don't know.
I hope that is the case. That's all I'm going to say.
Let me verify for you. I'll do a little fact check for you. Samurai Jack. Dun, 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 dun. Continue going whilst I'm doing.
Right, okay. So, like I said before, in terms of like similarities and stuff, they both kind of look at one specific thing that I think is very important. They look at honor. H-O, we put you in it, don't we?
What?
In honor?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, H-O-N-O-U-R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's a huge theme. It's very important because Jack is all like, oh, family. I gotta go back. Better world. I need to get rid of evil, which is Aku. And he's traveling and traveling and traveling. And it's the same thing with Kenshin, where he's like, ooh, I forget the name of that bad guy, but he's like, I gotta get rid of this guy. And then he does the Takuno Jutsu at the end, and it's all good. And he fights. There's this huge thing. It's like, oh, at the end, he's like dying. It's like, oh, he's gonna fight, and like, gotta fight for his people. I was gonna burst into a song there. Gotta fight for this love. And it's been coming as I'm fighting for. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Why? What is my mind? What is this? Okay,
it's the energy drink and lack of sleep. It's catching your body's fighting with itself. So
sleep is chasing me, but I'm faster.
I love that saying this so much.
Sense is chasing you, but I'm faster. Okay, and they also have formidable, like, villains. Oh, actually, I guess it doesn't have one, but just a slight tidbit. I really like Sanosuke in Rurouni Kenshin. I realized that I have a type, and that is him.
Okay.
Do you want to see what he looks like?
Yes, I do.
You shall Google. Go on the Googles.
Oh, my Googles say
Gulu.
Samurai Jack is an American animated TV series.
Ah la la. Thank you. Now, Sanosuke. Sa, no, su, ke, ke.
This one.
Yeah.
So what other anime character have you liked that similar embodies him?
None.
Well, how's that your type then?
He's very special. Clearly, he's a swordsman.
That's how I know.
He's a bit over the top.
Okay.
He has funky colored hair.
It's just brown.
Oh, he has a band over his head. Sorry. He wears a kimono sometimes. He does this little thing where he puts his hand here through his kimono. Is there another anime character that does this?
No, but you know what he reminds me of?
Zoro, you asshole. Sorry. He's right there. He's right there.
But Zoro's not looking...
He doesn't look anything like him.
He reminds me of...
Who does he remind you of?
Senbun Sakura.
What?
He does. Like his energy.
Byakuya?
Yeah.
Nothing could be further from the truth. This guy, he is... No.
Yes.
No. This guy.
Uchenna.
What do you mean, like in terms of design?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that one. In terms of design, yeah. But if you know this character, they are nothing alike.
I don't know his personality.
Yeah, I mean, personality-wise, they couldn't be. But yeah.
I love his name, but the only thing I remember about him, apart from him being a dick to his sister, adopted sister, Rukia.
Wow. It was out of love.
Okay.
But like him in the 1,000-Year War, he had a good redemption arc. And like you actually get to see how much he loves her, like after like, what's his name? Ichigo literally smacks him with a sword. And then he's like, oh right, yeah, I've been doing things wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Senbun Sakura Kageyoshi. Bankai.
I want to get his...
Ooh la la. Byakuya. Yeah, he's really, really, really nice. He also has a scar as well, like Zoro, that he got from a sword fight from people that they admire.
Oh, Zoro.
Right. Why am I seeing Megas XLR? That's not where I'm at. I believe that is the end of my story.
Okay. My last one is Winx Club versus Yumi Power. Because I feel like... Yumi Power.
Okay, I don't know that one.
It's a magical girl anime. I don't think you would have known because... You don't really like magical girl animes.
No, I ain't say nothing. I ain't said nothing. So I realised that you magical girls anime people are actually psychopaths.
What do you mean?
I don't want to offend you lot. I'm so sorry. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to offend
Where
you
did
lot.
you get this information from? I think it's inaccurate.
TikTok.
It's inaccurate.
Nah, I don't want to fuck with you lot.
It's inaccurate.
See, I saw a video about how girls that don't like magical animes are pick-me's, and I said, nah. If we're not, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm staying away.
I'm going to start.
Essentially, as I said.
So they're both magical girl animations.
Yeah, like I don't know how TikTok thought. Maybe it was after the conversation that we had.
What do you mean?
About magical girls, right? And TikTok.
But I didn't literally go on your phone and search up like...
I'm not blaming this on you though. I'm blaming this on fucking TikTok. Because I think the next day or so, I saw a video of a girl that's like, oh, girls who only watch shonen are basically pick-me's. I said... That's why you can't be talking about me.
Because how would you not want to watch a series about female empowerment? Huh? Tell me. Must you be male-centered?
I started from shonen and I stick with shonen.
Must you be male-centered?
And sometimes I watch smut. And that's about it.
Okay. Good for you.
I believe my smut is very magical girl. Beautiful things happen. Very magical things happen, might I add, actually. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Happy for you, as I said. Happy for you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Winx Club and Yumi Power are both magical girl based, I feel. So Winx Club you follow 5 girls, and in Yumi Power you also follow 5 girls. In Winx Club they're fairies, in Yumi Power they're not fairies. They're sort of, I don't know how to describe them. They have wands, so take that as you wish.
Do they both have ones then?
Yeah, they both have wands. Yeah.
Every time I think about wands now, I didn't think Harry Potter. No.
What do you think?
I think about Mushley. Yeah, honestly, because I just, yeah.
It's the one when he was like making fire. He had to do like... And then there's also like the flying lesson. He threw his wand in the air and he He's fantastic, honestly.
Oh my gosh, I'm in tears.
So both these group of girls are both trying to save the world. So one's based in a school and the other one's based in a cafe, mainly because in Mew Power there's high school kids and they work in a cafe after school to save money.
Oh.
So that's why it's mainly based around the cafe, and you see them in the day-to-day life, how they build friendships, how they make bonds, struggles they go through as teenage girls. I say struggles in inverted commas because it's a the most struggle they have is like, I don't even think they do struggle, to be honest. To be honest, like, no, I don't. No.
It's like one episode and the struggle is over.
Yeah, is that a struggle?
It's like so and so has feelings for so and so, and then done.
Yeah, I think in Mew Power, the guy she likes is also is also magical, and he has powers, but she doesn't know this until like the very last few episodes.
Oh.
And then in Winx Club, obviously you know Winx Club, they have like the parallels of them, like the boys, the swordsmen. What do they call them again? Anyway, they got the parallel school to Winx Club where the boys train. They always they pair off so the girls find their
own partners.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do they each have in Mew Power? Or is
No,
it's just
one girl.
Why does she get to the special?
Because she's the main character.
Oh la la.
I don't even know why you're all alive because you didn't even watch it.
I get to highbrow it regardless. Why don't they all get boyfriends?
I don't know.
What's this? I thought it was about 5 girls.
Yeah, there was five girls.
But it was about 1 girl.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
That's not what I said.
You said the main character gets a boyfriend and the rest don't.
Okay, the leader.
So why does the leader get to be happy? Well, not to say that boyfriend means happiness, but you get my point. Why does she get boyfriends and the other ones
She doesn't
don't?
have a boyfriend.
Why does she have a male counterpart?
A male
and
interest?
The other ones don't.
The other ones are too busy. One's a superstar in her main life. The other one is like an heiress. She's too busy with having boyfriends.
Actually, I lie. I have watched. Well, is she a magical girl? Not magical girl, but I think it's shoujo.
Okay.
Skippy
is a shoujo, yes.
I'm very proud of myself. Might I add?
Actually, is there more that you watched?
I'm gonna have to dig deep. I watched Shirayuki with the red hair.
Shirayuki Hime.
Yes. That's got to be shoujo.
It is.
Is K Project shoujo?
No.
I do watch very lovey-dovey stuff sometimes, though. Like, I watched the villainess one.
Okay.
That's lovey-dovey. And I also want to watch Apothecary Diaries.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's good, so I want to watch that. Actually, I'm diversifying my interests lately. In the past year or two, I'll say.
Okay,
I'm growing up.
What are you
At my ripe age of almost 30.
What are we diversing into?
God damn you! Isekai. Obviously, in the past 5 years, my entire life has been isekai.
That's very true.
Majority. Yeah. I obviously still watch the main ones, but a lot of my other interest is very steeped in isekai.
It's just a different version of an isekai.
It's the same story over and over again. And there's something about the reputation that I just love. I mean, technically, all anime is the same anyway.
No.
There's a beginning, there's a mission at the end. They either win or they lose.
That's just how stories run.
Sometimes there's a question mark.
Which question mark?
Like Inception. Ooh. Yeah, no, because with Inception, it kind of leaves you with a huge question mark of, is he not?
I didn't watch it, so...
Okay. So, like, at the end, there's a thing where they use, like, a spinny top thing to decide if they're in the real world or in their head. And the thing just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and then it just rolls and it just goes to fade.
Okay.
So, I choose to believe in happiness.
In the real world?
Yes, and he's happy. But deep down, I definitely know him. That man, he's dead.
Okay.
But, surface level to just make me happy. He's in the real world with his wife and kid. Very happy. The enjoyment of each other's life.
That's my end.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay, so you get to choose. Do you have like a honorable? Oh, Jesus. I'm not even Yoruba, and my H factor is wild. Do you have honorable mentions?
Well, there's one, but I didn't know what I was thinking of when I wrote it, so I'm just gonna leave it be.
No, what was it?
It was Scooby Doo and Erase. But
Right.
I don't know.
So you have shared it with me then, because I remember I was like, really?
Yeah,
How did you
talked.
share it with me though? I don't remember. How did I
It
say
made
it?
sense at the time, you know. I assure you, when I wrote it down.
Look, I just said, I remember I was just like, oh, really? And then you were like, oh, okay, maybe not. But let's hear it. Let's hear it still.
You haven't done yours.
Oh, right, yeah, my final one. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, so you get to choose, because I have, I think, a couple as well, because obviously I think we had the same number, but if you're going to skip that, then we'll pick between one. I have Powerpuff Girls v Little Witch Academia,
Okay.
and I have Megas XLR and Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Let's do it. Oh, I also have, what's her name? At least you just mentioned her name just now. Oh, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends versus Maggie. I have Blue Exorcist versus Juniper Lee.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
I didn't finish Gurren Lagann. I didn't.
I want to say I didn't either. I think I just put this here because they both reminded me of like the same thing. They're both mecha, and I think that's like one of the only mecha shit that I've watched. And Megas is also like the only mega cartoon that I've watched. So I was like, Well, I guess, what's the name? Lelouch Lot is kind of mecha.
It isn't mecha. It's the best mecha.
What's the name of that thing? Gundam. TikTok is opening my eyes to the world of Gundam.
Gracious likes it.
Yeah, I think I might too. I think because the mecha of it is very distracting. In my head, I'm like, there can't be a deep storyline here. However, TikTok has changed my mind recently. Apparently, there's this guy who looks like, I think some bad guy kills his parents and like his entire family. So he escapes with his sister to like some other place. Anyway, he goes to this place. He finds a guy who looks exactly like him. Only difference is they don't have the same color eye and I think hair color.
Okay.
Right. So what he does is, obviously the people that killed his parents are still chasing him and his sister. So he takes this guy's identity, the other guy, and then he sends the other guy on a mission into space. And then I think he reports that it's him on that ship, and then the bad people blow that guy up. And then that guy, his parents, they come.
To ID the body?
No, his parents come looking for him because they haven't heard from him in a while. And then he sends them on a wild goose chase about this boy. And then he did the exact same thing. He blew him up.
Why?
I don't know. That's what that specific TikTok. If I can find that TikTok video again, I'll tag it. I said, "Ooh la la, don't tempt me. Don't make me watch this thing." But yeah, I thought that storyline was interesting. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe I should give it a chance. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. So anyway, what say you? Since we're not really rocking mecha, we could do Juniper Lee versus Blue Exorcist or Foster's Home versus Maggie.
Foster's Home and Maggie?
Okie dokie. Foster's Home versus Maggie. So, Maggie. Maggie. This is actually, well, tangent. Friendship. The power of friendship. And bonds.
Okay.
With the both of them, it's very much there, right? So like they form with Maggie, they're kind of forming like a group of people to go defeat. And like along the way, they become family, they become friends. And with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friend, obviously, what is that boy's name? Ben?
I don't know.
Jack? He has a very basic name. Jack.
In a while.
It's been a very long time. I should have researched this.
Main character.
Yeah, the boy. And Blue. I always remember Blue because he was my favorite. He
Really?
was a narcissistic little piece of shit. I use narcissist in a very jokey way, please. Maybe I probably shouldn't. But he was kind of an asshole, Blue, sometimes. But he is the imaginary friend, and like it's kind of about not really letting go, isn't it? Like never growing up and like staying with your people and like building connections with all these deserted imaginary friends. and they're all like a family, and like because Blue kind of still has his own kid, I guess, and the others have kind of lost their kids, and it's just kind of sad, and it's just always, it was very touching. And obviously it's the same thing with Maggie. Like he wakes up and like he kind of has nobody, and then he goes like on this adventure, and then he makes his friends. Sinbad is cool, everybody's cool, everybody's friends, everybody's family. They both kind of are adventure driven as well, right? So Blue and Blue and the boy, anyway, they kind of they delve into, like I said, like quite mature themes, right? Of like loneliness, of friendship, of, you know, making sure the people that you like are protected, maybe, or like they're cool. And it's kind of the same thing with is it Maggie or Maggie? Anyway,
I've always said Maggie.
So have I. I haven't heard any different, but I might be wrong. Yes, anyway, they're both kind of funny. They're very sassy. They have like, there's no powers like in Maggie, but there is imagination. And we all know how powerful imagination is. We all know, in my opinion, anyway. It's very fun. It's very whimsical. They both have a lot of, you got to conquer the friendship shit. I'm not actually very sure that they have similarities. There are others that I could have picked, but I just thought, technically, Maggie is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You know how Sinbad gathers all these like, what's this? Are they genies? Are they genies? Yeah, he gathers all these like wonderful powers and stuff, and like that kind. I guess maybe it's not the Maggie, but because I know Sinbad through Maggie, I probably mean Sinbad, because Sinbad's story is actually quite nice. So I probably mean Sinbad, because Sinbad gets all these like powers, and like he makes his own family and what that is, and I feel like that there's parallels there with the boy from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Anyways, anyhows, and wheres. I have a few honorable menciones, things that I thought about that I could have done, but I don't know. I feel like some of these actually are looking quite interesting. Now, I have Powerpuff Girls and Sailor Moon, but the issue is that all I know about Sailor Moon is that they're magical girls. And so I was like, ooh, maybe not. But I feel like there could have been similarities if I had watched it. Because they both seem very girl powery. Like they have like little montages where they're actually doing their power things. You know what I mean?
Yes, the power ups, the transformation.
Yes, and that was fun watching that with the Powerpuff Girls. I thought that was fun. The next one would be Avatar: The Last Airbender and Full Metal Alchemist.
That's a stretch.
Exactly. Well, it is, isn't it? I guess that's a good one. I didn't make it. I have Teen Titans and My Hero Academia. I think that could have been good.
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender to...
There was also the issue of, I think Avatar: The Airbender is actually an anime.
It's not.
But I watched it on Nickelodeon, so I was like, I don't know. And there is a Japanese version of it as well.
Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Really?
When I watched it, I'm pretty sure the first one I watched was in Japanese. I didn't watch Airbender on TV.
I've always watched it in English. On TV?
On Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
That happened after. Yeah. How did I come across... How did I come across it online? I think I must have been looking for something else, and then R.I.P. Kiss Anime.
We say it every episode. We mourn the loss.
I honestly do. I had a whole list on there of like cartoons.
All my mangas were saved.
Because like you know, like Kiss Anime had like Kiss Anime, then Kiss Cartoon,
and Kiss Manga.
Oh,
those were the days.
A real shame.
We need you back.
I tasted freedom
without a paywall.
We were actually talking about this the other day. That is there like another anime platform that we can watch all the animes on?
That isn't Crunchyroll.
That isn't not on Crunchyroll, because I feel like my
Crunchyroll
anime
is very limited. I feel.
Yeah, like my anime interest doesn't go Crunchyroll way a lot, because Gangster's not on there. And those are the type. Even Black Lagoon's not on there. So it's like
Black Lagoon on Netflix now? It wasn't.
it was.
Have they lost the right to it?
I don't know. Maybe it's expired, but it comes and goes sometimes.
But yeah, and we need a platform that is safe. I must clarify on that part.
That you can also pay. I don't mind.
We just want a range.
I just want everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Release me from the shackles of Isekai, please.
Do you want to be released?
I do. I love Isekai. I do. I really do. But please, I want to go back to like Bacano, 91 Day. It's like, you know, I'm sure they're out there still. You know what I mean?
Somewhere.
They're just not on Crunchyroll, bro. Anyway, moving on. I had Teen Titans, My Hero Academia.
Okay.
This is a very stupid one. Korra, Shield.
Don't know that one.
The rising of the Shield hero.
Okay.
Because they were both kind of alienated, and I was like, oh, maybe. But didn't make it. Adventure Time, One Piece.
Adventure Time?
Is that a stretch?
Let me check my memories to make sure I'm thinking of the right thing.
Hunter x Hunter, Chop Sucker Chucks.
Okay.
Rick and Morty, Steins Gate. Danny Phantom, Blue Exorcist.
Adventure Time and what you say? What did you compare Adventure Time to?
Adventure Time, One Piece.
Yeah, very far. Very far. Have you watched Adventure Time?
It sounds like they go on an adventure.
So I have watched Adventure Time.
I haven't. I'm going to say that for sure. It just sounds like it's fun. A lot of people talk about it like it's great. So I'm like, you know what?
It is a good show.
Something goated. They go on an adventure. Anime that's goated. They're in an adventure. And they meet a lot of people, and a lot of people join them along the way. There's the ones with the princess something, right?
Princess Bubblegum, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like...
Marshall the Vampire Queen.
There you go. There's a whole bunch of them. It's like Steven Universe. Am I going the right way here?
Steven Universe is...
See, that was like after my time. I lost interest in Nickelodeon around that time. On Cartoon Network.
Adventure Time and Steven Universe were good series. Honestly, they were.
Yeah. No, I didn't watch it. A friend of mine tried to get me into it. But I was like, yeah. No. It's the same thing with the Blue Kids. The one where I think they're cats. Are they cats? They look like cats, but I don't think they're cats. Maybe they're dogs. Is it Gumball?
Gumball is funny.
I didn't get it.
What do you mean you didn't get it?
I didn't get it. As a kid, I didn't get it. And I don't think I get it now. I didn't get it.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's the same because I tried Adventure Time, didn't get it.
I think you need to retry Adventure Time. Yeah, I think you should. I think you'd like it.
Do I? Do I?
You said you want to be released from the shackles.
Of Isekai. I'm not... I don't know.
Expand your horizon. That's the only way to release yourself.
Are you saying I have childish interests? Like somebody we know has childish taste buds?
Stop it.
Okay, actually, yeah, I should stop. Rick and Morty, Steins Gate, Danny Phantom, Blue Exorcist, Kim Possible, Spy Family.
These are stretchers. Rick and Morty was
Steins Gate.
Yeah.
Sciencey shit. One's sad and one's funny. But when you deep it, I think it's kind of sad. Rick and Morty is kind of sad. Poor man's lost his wife, bro. That's sad as hell.
Okay.
And he's heavily reliant on Morty. Heavy. No?
I can see where you're getting the parallels from, but to me it feels like a stretch. I get like they're both dark in nature.
Oh,
but I feel like Rick and Morty is more comical.
It is. It is a lot.
Steins Gate is very
comical.
dark. Like there's no comic in Steins Gate. There's no part that I feel like kicking in Steins Gate. Did you feel like kicking in Steins Gate?
You know, I wanted to compare something that I knew, like a cartoon that I watched with Berserk, and I couldn't find anything. I was so gutted because one of the characters' name is Guts. Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Entertained?
Such an idiot. Oh my God. Yeah, that's it for me on my side. Let's hear about your erased.
So I compared, as I said, when I was doing this, it made sense, but upon reflection, I'm gonna just have to dig deep into my memory.
Yeah, I think I have a few of those, to be honest. Of what the fuck was I thinking?
So I compared Erase to Scooby-Doo, and
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do now. That's number one. The second one is... Damn, what's the second one? That was more like just more fast and like cool.
I don't know. So while she's searching that up. So they both deal with like mysteries and solving the mystery. In Erase, it's the main character is trying to solve the mystery of a girl that he's friends with because she ends up being kidnapped and murdered by, spoiler if you haven't watched it, by the school teacher. And in Scooby-Doo, it's just a series of like mini mysteries that they're trying to solve. So in Scooby-Doo, it's less serious and less dark because it's just it's comical, it's fun. The little gimmicks and little traps and they do to catch the bad guy is just there. And in Scooby-Doo, it's centered around a group of 5 friends, whereas in Erase, it's one person. We have the main character, but we do also see his friends. Like when he travels back and forth between the current period of time and his childhood times, we can see how his relationships with his friends have grown and changed from how they used to be close. Some of his friends he's still close with, and some of them we see the distance has gone with through time because of this lingering darkness that he feels because he still hasn't been able to find out at that time who the killer of his friend was. That's caused a wedge. Whereas in Scooby, there's no wedge. I mean, sometimes Scooby and Thingy fight, Shaggy fight, but that's not really drama. That's just them being boys.
What do you mean that's not drama? That is drama incorporated. Thank you very much.
It's dramatic.
They feel very deeply about these things.
It's dramatic. It's not drama. It's dramatic.
Wow.
So, yeah.
When they're fighting, the team is not together.
But they still find a murderer.
And then obviously at the end, they become friends again, obviously.
And Scooby gets his snacks. All the time.
All the time. Scooby snacks.
But yeah, so I think the main similarities is the solving mystery part and how to navigate friendships.
Okay.
But yeah.
Those meddling kids. And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Catchphrase.
And also it's, what does Scooby do? Coming after you. I'm gonna find that mystery. I see you, Scooby Doo. Na 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 na. What does Scooby do? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
That was an intro and a half.
Thank you very much. It is no wonder why I like alternative music.
What, start with Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. These are the origin stories.
Where did mine start from?
We are fighting. It literally, everything, the roots of everything has an anime path.
But most anime themes tunes are
it's rock songs, yeah. So
like,
no surprise.
My favorite like song to walk to. It's Noragami's theme song.
Ah la la.
It's fantastic.
It is. Interesting.
Noragami's theme song. If I'm having a bad day, it would normally start with either like NF, the artist, or Noragami.
There was a time in my life where my alarm song, there were actually just 2 parts, was Beyonce's Upgrade You.
Okay, I see it.
I wake up in the morning. Well, you hurt bad, Brooklyn, babe, where you birthed me at, and the devil rock, the audacity of habit when your current is back. Baby, it seems like everywhere I go, I see you. I literally until quite recently when I changed my phone, my rock phone, it was fighting the Naruto intro. We are fighting through my... Yeah. And like it all including the little like a lightning electric bit in the front. It starts with like this buzzing. That will definitely wake you up. And if that don't wake you up, you see that
honestly, if we haven't slept, like we've gone to bed like in the morning, and she like leaves her phone downstairs.
The whole house is vibrating, bro. I hear it from upstairs.
And it's literally the person who gets annoyed the first is the one that has to move.
Oh my god, that alarm. From what 2015 to 2025, 2024.
Oh wow, that's
A long time.
time.
Yeah.
That is a time.
That's a whole baby.
To the next segment.
To the next segment.
Our favorite female characters.
Yos.
It's based off a game we saw on TikTok.
On TikTok.
Why are you hiding the screen from me?
Because mine is in order.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in the order of how I'm going to ask you. So I don't want you to say it. Because yours is on your phone. Yeah, mine is on here.
Okay. Do you want to start or should I start?
No, you start.
Okay.
So, right, how does this thing go? Should we explain how it goes?
So I'm going to list characters. So we're going to start with one, and we're going to actually start with two. And she has to say which one she likes the most, and eventually we'll find out which one's
my all-time favorites, I guess.
Yeah. And it's on her to get it right, because she can't fight me for her options, because she gave me these options.
I don't know what you mean.
So
I can fight.
With yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Internal monologue, that's what it's called. Ruminations. God damn it.
Should I start?
Ruminations.
So we had a list. Well, so we gave each other a list of 15, and I cut mine down to 10 to give it so she wouldn't be able to like guess or premeditate an answer.
I'm very worried about the ones that she's cut out, to be honest.
You don't know who I cut out yet, though.
I'm just saying.
What was your favorite?
Exactly.
You should have said so.
I don't know.
You should have started a bit.
I gave you 15. I trusted your judgment, but now...
But you were also meant to cut mine down.
I'm getting cold feet, bro. I'm getting cold feet. But you know what?
The rules of the game.
What I decided to do for you, I did this for you, bro.
Did you know?
For you, bro.
You just honored the rules of the game.
For you, bro. I said, I can't pick for her. These are her all-time faves. She's gonna... she gets all the options, you know, at the buffet. I said, I promise you 10, but you get 15 still.
I'm going to say you didn't have the heart to pick my options.
You cut to my lifelines.
Your lifelines?
Yes.
You actually had 11, and you said take out Tsunade, so now you have 10.
Well, I said you could have added someone from my list before.
Okay, sorry, let me go back to your original list and add in an extra one.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we shall start with that extra one, so because it's not my list, so I don't want to get confused. Okay.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. Slay a trick and you get eliminated.
First one is Yamato from Bleach versus Akame from Akame ga Kill.
See, now I told you that Yamato is wrong. I made a mistake.
Who do you want instead of Yamato? It's
Yamato, but she's from One Piece.
Okay, Yamato from One Piece versus Akame ga Kill.
Ooh. Oh, wow. We're starting strong, huh?
That's what I said.
Boy, oh, shit. Yamato.
Or Akame from Akame ga Kill.
Akame.
Okay, so Akame wins the first round. So Akame versus Akatsuki, Log Horizon.
Oh, Akame.
Okay, Akame wins second round.
Akame ga Kill.
Akane, Psychopath versus Akame.
Ooh. Akane.
Okay.
Psychopath.
Akane versus Kagura from Gintama.
Oh, Kagura. Oh, I love Kagura though. Oh my god. Okay. Kagura is a badass. However, Akane. Yeah, I'm sticking with my girl.
Okay. So Akane is winning. Akane versus Revi.
Don't do this to me. Why did I put this on the list?
It's your list.
I mean, I was just making a list of women that I liked.
Yeah. That's the whole point, remember?
Oh my god.
The game is your favorite female characters.
This is impossible. No. You know, like, when I was making this list, in my defense, I was making a list of my favorite.
As you should.
It didn't occur to me.
But you have to pick.
I would have to pick one. Did you see, I sent you like 3-4 drafts. I was so excited when I was making this. Because I kept remembering, I'm like, oh my god, no, let me put this one. Oh, no, take that one out. Oh, but no,
that's why I'm saying you can only fight on yourself if you get the wrong person. If you think you're wrong, it's your own fault.
I love Revi. Literally, what year? 2000
I can't remember.
22? I went as Revi.
Oh, Comic-Con. Yeah, 22.
Akane.
Akane?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we sure? I'm going to give you a second to think.
I'm sure. Revi. Akane has a place in my heart that's like in a philosophical sense. I just gravitate towards.
Okay. Akane versus Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, okay. This is easy. Akane, however, Shiro is a badass.
She is.
I mean, yeah, a psychopath, but a badass nonetheless.
Akane versus Esdeath from Akame ga Kill.
Obviously, Akane. Esdeath, love that crazy woman to death. Because she would love you to death. However, Akane.
Okay. Akane versus Sarah. Is it Sarah? Helsinger.
Oh, Sarah's.
Helsing.
Oh, okay. Now this one. This could actually tip. Ooh. Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Let's find out your ultimate fave.
I actually can't believe I'm doing this. Do I like Akane this much?
You must do.
I must do, right? Akane.
Oh, okay. Let me just cross her out.
We should bear in mind, I have watched Psychopath like 10 times. No, not up to 10 times, but we're getting there.
Okay. Akane versus Yoriichi of Bleach.
I say this, Yoriichi is one of the first anime characters that I ever stand. Like, I wanted to be her. Since time I've been saying I'm going to go as Yoriichi for Halloween one day. It hasn't happened yet. Because I actually thought, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to go as Maki anymore.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to go as your one.
Which one?
What's her name? Kelty from Durarara.
Headless.
But anyway.
No, I had to search up her actual name. So I didn't, so that's why I put in brackets. Headless Rider. Because I know her as a Headless Rider. I was like, what the...
Yeah, I hear you. The first time I watched Durarara, I said, what? I had to watch it again.
I liked it.
I did. Here's the thing. When I watched it, I said, I kind of watched it and I liked it, but I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't follow the story.
It's like a chess game.
And then it got to the end-ish, and I was like, oh, and then so I had to go back. I had to go back. I was a bit dense. But back to your thing. It's Akane v Yoriichi. Oh my god. Don't do this to me. But I say with my full chest, Akane.
Oh. Okay. Akane versus Urza of Fairy Tail.
Oh, you see, I think he shouldn't have put Akane first. Because, there's a few that, for example, I'll pick... Please pardon me. If it was what's her name? Her? Urza versus Mikasa. I would have loved to see that. Who would I pick? Who would I actually pick, though?
I think you pick Mikasa.
Yeah, I'll pick Mikasa.
I thought you were going to pick that. And I was like, you're very
problematic.
No, I just know you too well.
Okay, Urza and Akane. I like Urza. She's a badass. She's very strong. She's very motherly. She's like an older sister, in a sense. Akane.
Final test. I say final test.
Wow.
Akane versus Mikasa.
This one's easy. Mikasa's a dumbass. Akane, thank you very much.
And we have a winner. Akane is Chena's fave girl. Do you have any conflicts with yourself?
I have no rebuttal. Thank you very much.
Happy with your...
I'm very happy.
Who would you pick as your second and third if you had to pick one?
Unohana.
She was cut off a list.
Exactly.
Were you upset by that?
No, not really. She's a underrated, like she goes under the radar, but I mean, do you know what it takes to be Kenpachi? The ruthlessness it takes to be Kenpachi. Like the ooh la la. And then she makes the ultimate sacrifice, not for her sake, but for the sake of Soul Society and Zaraki Kenpachi. I mean, talk about character. Talk about power. Grit. Talk about beauty.
Okay, and the third?
Yorichi.
You cut Yorichi off in like the fourth to last round.
For number one, I cut her for number one.
Okay.
Because I like what she stands for.
Okay.
As well. It was actually quite hard because they're very similar in a sense, right? Yorichi was kind of cut out of Soul Society because she betrayed them with the whole Urahara shit and stuff and holification and all of that. And Akane in season 3 is in jail.
Didn't watch season 3. Yeah,
our girl is in jail. And there's a lot going on there.
Was it after she refused to be part of the civil?
No. No. They deemed her a bit of a danger to society.
What, a latent criminal?
No, she's clear. Technically.
Okay. I'll have to watch season 3. I think I stopped at season 2. I didn't even know season 3 was out.
The thing is, it took me a while to actually get into season 3 because it throws you off a bit. No, is it season 3 or season 4? I don't remember. One of them anyway, she's in jail. It kind of throws you out because it doesn't start with the people that we know.
Okay.
These are new characters and I'm like, what? And then only one of them I remember from the previous season. So I'm like, what's going on? I kind of, sometimes I like to alienate myself from like the novels or the whatevers because I did that with Bleach and I was very upset.
What, you read the manga as you're watching anime?
I read the manga and I was like, what? So I had to go back to go read the manga from the beginning because there's certain things that didn't exactly make it to the anime.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe certain storylines as well that was quite confusing for me at that point because they hadn't made it clear in the anime. There's also another thing. Was it Fairy Tail? That when the anime finished, I also tried to go to the manga and read the manga, and I said, I was like, okay, whatever, man. What else did it happen with? So yeah, I tend to just stay away from let me just stay in this world. But there are pros and cons to it though, especially with the new solo leveling.
Okay.
It's literally
parallel.
Yeah, it's like copy. It's almost exactly the same thing. So that's actually not bad. But yeah, we have our winner.
Kind of is.
Akane. Okay, your turn. Your turn. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready? 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 Nezuko from Demon Slayer and Yona from Dawn.
Katsuki no Yona.
Yes, Akatsuki no Yona.
Okay, so
Yona of the Dawn.
Nezuko is a cutie, but she's also a fighter. She is literally the strongest demon, I feel, because she's the only one that can actually be in sunlight, which all the other demons cannot. It's their weakness. By that default, she wins my heart.
Okay.
I haven't. No. I'm debating.
Okay. I thought she had won your heart already over Yona.
But no, because Yona has a harem of boys, you know.
I beg your pardon.
She has a harem of boys. She was.
So it's like a reverse harem thing?
It's not a reverse harem. It's ish. So she gets outskirted from her kingdom. She was meant to be the crowned queen after her father passed, but she gets outskirted. And then she has Haku, who was her best friend / bodyguard, who helps her escape. And then they're out on this journey trying to find the other warriors that are meant to fight with her. So it's her and all these men that are banners to her, and they all love her.
Wow.
So actually, she can fight herself.
Oh, okay.
She learns how to use a sword. Haku teaches her, how to fight. So she's not weak. She's an outskirt princess trying to get back into her realm to see the world, and she's out here doing a little bit of politics, a little bit of fighting, trying to find her bannerman. She's a fighter. But who do I like the most between the two of them?
It isn't wait. It's like, ooh, who's it gonna be?
I was like, if you're doing promo shots, because I'm doing breathing.
No, I'm doing faces in anticipation of like drum roll. Ooh.
I'm gonna choose.
Sorry.
It's not Nezuko.
Oh.
I want to be in the harem.
This is not about you. You know what I was gonna say? Yeah, as you were describing this, situation, I said, this bitch, you want to be this girl, don't you? Like, remember, this is not you. So you want to stand in the sunlight?
She stands in the sunlight. She graces her feet in the grass as well.
Well, technically, though, Thing is, brothers, friends are into Nezuko.
One of them.
Just one? I thought the other one was into her as well.
No.
Oh, yeah, no. The Beast one, no.
Yeah, it's just the next two. Yeah, just one of them. So yeah, Yona wins.
Okay. Yona or Cruel Tepes?
From
Seraph of the End.
Cruel.
Cruel?
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's a demon queen. No, she's a vampire queen. And you know how I feel about vampire queens.
You know what? From Castlevania? I hear you. She could have been on the list. Ah la la. Anyway. Cruel or Kelty from Durarara?
Ooh. Kelty, she's a cutie and she's funny. With her little interaction with the professor.
And in Durarara too. Love.
Yeah. She is. She has character.
So Kelty versus Robin.
Robin.
Hey, no loyalty. Hey, what's this? Okay, all right.
No. Wait. I've loved Robin even before I started watching One Piece. I just saw her and I said, "You're my girl." No, Jenna, you.
I know this for a fact because I didn't get it. This girl had never seen this thing, and she wanted to cosplay as her. I said, "How?"
I loved Robin.
How did we get here?
From first eyesight, from first glance, I said, "You're a bad bitch." And I like
it. That's her thingy song.
But no, yeah, I love Robin. She is literally my favorite girl.
Okay, Robin. Harushi Suzumiya from The Melancholy of Harushi
Suzumiya. Robin. Haruhi Suzumiya. She's a K. All she does is she's trying to find things, and she's a good character. But in comparison to Robin, she's just bland. No.
Say less, bro.
In comparison to Robin,
and Robin's powers these days, wild thing. So Robin and Akame from Akame ga Kill.
Robin.
Ooh. I see. Robin or Erza from Fairy Tail?
I feel like Erza, once she does her character development and once we see her backstory and we see she doesn't grow anymore.
Yeah. She does grow in terms of power, but not like with substance.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with Robin.
Yeah. Like, she's a good character, like you said, but sometimes she just, compared to the others, she kind of does fall flat.
It's almost like I don't want to say she's like an assist character. Like, when you're playing a game and you have the main character and then you have an assist character. That's what she gives me. Yeah,
but like, I feel like compare her to all the other female characters. In my opinion, I mean, Lucy,
Lucy grows.
Inside me. She reminds me of Sakura, and
they do embody the same energy.
That girl for no reason. Why are you crying? Natsu every time. Naruto all the time. Pourquoi? Why? Fight for yourself, big man. I mean, eventually she does, and they do.
And that's why she said she grows.
Yeah.
She grows,
Yeah. And then what's the name of that one? Mireza Meruza?
From
The one with the sibling. No, in Fairy Tail.
Oh yeah.
They made her out to... I mean, obviously she starts off like quite soft, and then they made her out to be like evil and like badass and like... And then after that arc, nothing.
She goes back to herself.
And then it's not until there's some tournament where there's like power up done. And then like the next evil person that comes just... All of them, actually. That's actually something that pissed me off about Fairy Tail.
What?
They'll power up, and then the next evil person, and then training arc, and then fight, and then tournament. And then during the tournament, power up again.
Isn't that Naruto as well?
Yeah? It was just
They
one
don't,
tournament.
yeah, they don't have tournaments. There's a training arc or a character building arc where they learn new powers.
You don't learn new powers. The powers are already in there. And like, it's basically, right? It's not a new power. It's the power that, say for example, we already know he's got like wind, right? So they're trying to develop, they're trying to make him come up with something that he could do with his chakra, with wind, or with...
Yeah, but we could say that with Natsu and his Dragonfire.
No. What?
Yeah. His Dragonfire, we know he has Dragonfire, and it just grows and grows and grows and grows. He just learns to use it in a different way.
It's not the same.
Okay.
It's not, because with Fairy Tail, it's not until the end, the final arc, where we realise that they're working towards something.
Okay.
But with Naruto, there's a storyline, there's proper progress there. There's proper character development there. And that's why when the power-up comes, it's palatable. But with Fairy Tail, it's very gimmicky. And I'm so sorry to say this, it's very Dragon Ball Z.
Your opinion.
My opinion?
Next one.
Yes. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean?
Like we literally went on a whole tangent there. So you went with Urza v... Who? Robin.
Robin
Who did you
won.
pick? Robin. Then Robin v Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
Faye's a cutie, don't you not think?
Mm.
Like when we like Faye's like background story and where she gets it's just funny. Like
She gives me like Nami vibes.
does she really?
Yeah, she does. They're both thieves.
But it's not her fault.
They both steal away on a ship to take advantage of the men on the ship. Tell me how they're not the same people.
She's running away from debt, which I know. It's not even her
Thing is,
debt.
it was trying to run away from freaking what's the name of that fish guy?
Arwen? No. It's
Arlong.
Arlong.
Yeah.
She's trying to get money for Arlong to free her people. She wasn't in... Anyway, who'd you say again?
Faye Valentine v Robin.
Robin, she's less selfish than Faye.
You know what? I think based on your dedication to Robin, I'm having a new appreciation for her. Because she is quite literally an archaeologist. She is a student of the world. She's trying to get to the roof, like the people... you're not there yet. I shall not spoil. She likes spoilers, so I
do.
I haunt her.
I was ready to hear the full
giving.
story.
I know, right? I saw your face. I said, she wants it. Let me take it away. Let me hold on to the power. Okay.
Fine. Robin wins.
Yes. And you don't even know the story of this woman, by the way, yet. And there's so much loyalty. What would happen when you actually find out her story?
I will love her even more.
That's actually so wild to me.
I will love her even more. I feel like I might even get a second phone case to show my love of her.
Yeah. From the same guy? From the same company?
I hope that they have a Robin.
He mainly has like make popular ones, but we can always check his site. Do you want to show the people the case? It's a lovely case. I want to get the...
This is our case. It's Zoro, a little cutie.
It's really cool. I want to get the one he has for Luffy as well.
Yeah, because when you bought this one, you had the option to choose.
Yes, you have several. There's one for Law, I believe. There's one for Sanji. There's different ones. There's Demon Slayer ones as well. There's... Yeah, like I think quite a few of like I think there's a Chainsaw Man one. Or maybe it's the stickers that you can get from him. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. Okay, so Robin wins, yeah?
Yes.
So Robin and Yemeko Jabami from Kagekuri. Gurai?
So she's the main character. She is... I don't know if she has a death wish, but she enjoys gambling her life, as I said previously.
What would she be? Would she be a masochist or a sadist?
Well, because she likes inflicting pain, or because she likes receiving pain?
I think she receives it. Like torture. She doesn't deal it though, does she? Maybe it's the tension that she likes, the little, like the tenseness.
It's a suspense.
Yeah.
She's an adrenaline junkie. Adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, that's the word. She's an adrenaline junkie. That's wild. So who?
You see, she has this vibe where she's like, I will step on anyone that I like so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a level of like, what's it called? There's self-awareness to it because she knows her strengths and weaknesses. But there's a level of delusionness that says, I don't care what you think, I'm going to go for whatever I want. You know, like, it's a little bit delusional. Like, but it's an attractive delusional. I'm rooting for her in her delusion.
So who you got?
I'm very conflicted because I love.
Let me tell you Robin's backstory. I feel like you need the full picture for this one. So Robin, she comes from this island where they're all. Well, I don't know actually if she comes from there, but they all gather. Her mom's professor, and a whole people who are intellectuals, right? They sacrifice everything for knowledge, right? So these people are looking for the truth about what happened during the period when nobody knows what happened during that period. It's a void period. It's like 800 years, I believe. And so she and her mum and the people that she cares about, who are pretty much like a family, they are on this island, and I think they're pretty much about to find out the truth. They've kind of decoded the language that are on these poneglyphs.
Okay.
You've gotten to the poneglyphs part, right?
Yeah.
Right, that on this poneglyphs that explain the truth, and if you put them all together, you find out the truth, or you find yourself where Laugh Tale is and you know the truth. So they were doing that. So the world government finds out about this. Bum, 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 bum.
They kill them all.
They kill them all. Kill them all. And she is the only survivor. And at this point, she's like 8 or so. And they put like a 40 million berry bounty on her head.
Poor child.
Mad thing. So now you know why she did the thing she did with Crocodile. Because so now she knows how to decode that language that's on the poneglyphs. Right. So now she's with Luffy, and that's dangerous.
Why it's dangerous?
Luffy is one of the young guys. Luffy, he's the image that normal people have of him is that he's a villain.
I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. He's this evil pirate. But I think anyway, like obviously the people that know, they know. But I think, well, you never really know. But I think that's what majority of the people who are not in this pirate world think about him, most likely. But they could also be rooting for him. I don't really know. But anyway, so now obviously she's this weapon. They called her the demon child.
Because she has knowledge.
Because she has knowledge. And that's the thing, because she can decode something that's been kept secret for years and years and years and years. And the world government doesn't want people to know. And she has access to be able to decode this language, and this lost language from 800 years ago, from this group of people that decided to do this and split it around the world. And so now she's the key to decoding it. And so far, I think he pretty much has every one apart from like 1 or 2. And so he's very close. And the world government, they don't want that.
So Luffy's found the poneglyphs. Luffy.
Yes. So it's not just Luffy. Everyone is looking for the poneglyphs. When you get to the second part of After the Line, what's that thing called? The Grand Line. There's the Grand Line, the first phase, and then there's the second phase, which is like after Punk Hazard. Not Punk Hazard. After, just before. Time skip. Time skip. Yeah. So just after the time. So after the time skip is like kind of the second part of the Grand Line where they keep going. So that's her story. She also has links, by the way, to the Revolutionary Army, who, you don't know this part yet. So spoilers, for those who haven't seen One Piece, sorry, I should have probably said that earlier, which, you like spoilers.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like that I'm doing this, but it's got links to Luffy's dad as well.
Okay.
And during the time skip, she spent some time there with the Revolutionary Army. And also the Revolutionary Army, Luffy has... I'm not going to spoil this one for you. Lucy, Josh Fraser, Jesus. Luffy is also connected in 2 ways to the Revolutionary Army, and obviously she spends time with the Revolutionary Army, and so because of her being connected to Luffy and what Luffy could possibly find out, she's a very dangerous person to be left alone and not to be chased, to be killed.
Because of Luffy, her friendship with Luffy.
And her knowledge. Just her knowledge alone. They put like a 40 million berry bounty on her at 10 years old. Like, how would a child like that survive in a bad, bad world? She's goated. She really is goated. It's wild. So compare that to Yemiko Jabami. I'm so sorry. Why me and my tangents? Jesus.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
Tough, huh?
Because who doesn't love a cycle?
I'm the one to judge.
We'll go with Robin.
Robin? Or Anna from Shaman King?
Anna's a cutie. I put her on there for fun.
Right, okay, so obviously Robin. Yeah. Robin or Saber from Fate Stay Night?
Have you watched Fate Stay Night?
I have not, but I know who she is.
Do you know her backstory?
I do not. Let me be enlightened.
I can't remember myself.
Alala. I remember the black guy with the white hair.
Oh, yeah?
He was the one that almost made me watch it, but he wasn't thirsty. I wasn't thirsty enough to figure it out.
Saber. Do I like Saber more? Saber is just a knight.
Wow.
I'm going to pick
she went
Robin.
from, oh, she's pretty cool actually, to, oh, do you know her backstory? It's quite interesting actually, to, oh, she's just a knight.
Yeah.
Robin. Okay. Ooh, this is good. Robin versus Yuno Gasai from Mirai Nikki.
But you know how much I love Yuno.
I do know how much you love Yuno.
I also did cosplay as her.
I do know this. Like I said, I didn't take a thing out because I thought they were all pretty cool.
Did you really?
Yeah. I liked your list a lot.
You know.
Yeah. Yuno Gasai versus Yorichi.
You know.
Yuno Gasai versus your forger.
You know.
Ah! There we have it.
Is that the last one?
That is it. I totally didn't tell you. I said this girl. So you choose a sacrifice over everybody else. Wow.
Remember, it was Yuno Jabami and...
Yuno is a mad thing. That's insane.
But have you watched Mirai Nikki?
What do you mean have I watched it? I watched it because of you.
I know, and I watched Sacrifice for you.
She gives me, what's it, Tower of God? That girl from Tower of God?
No.
No. Yeah. What's her name?
But you know what's so funny? Like, of all-time faves that we watch every year,
yeah,
I have one.
Huh?
Yours is Akane. You watch Akane on repeat, like non-stop.
Yeah.
And I watch Mirai Nikki on repeat, non-stop. There's not a year that's gone past that I have not said to myself,
you know what's interesting?
What?
That's not on here, but we both like the anime.
Which one?
No Game, No Life.
So I thought about that.
I think we need to do a dynamic duo.
Because in No Game No Life, I like Shiro.
But she come as a...
But she's not an individual.
Yeah, like she's not independent of
the brother.
So I feel like we need to do like a dynamic duo, like our fave dynamic duo.
Because I did think of it, right?
Yeah.
I was like, No Game No Life. I was like, I love this anime, but as a standalone character, she's
not given.
Like they come together, like when they play chess and they switch roles.
Yeah.
Like when she can tell what her brother's thinking to do the next move, and it's like
it's like a symbiotic.
Yeah,
it's a bit weird as well,
it's
but
like
it works.
The way that the fact that they refuse to have to fight each other and said no, we'll be king and queen. You can't just have one of us.
Yeah, they pulled the bloody hell. People of the Capital? What's the name of that one?
Which one? Attack on Titan?
No. The Capital?
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games. It's given Hunger Games.
It wasn't Survival of the Fittest.
No, where they were like, You got to pick both of us.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And she did the berries, and they were gonna eat the berries. That's funny.
Because when they were fighting, when they had to verse Tet, who pulled them into the world, they were like, you have to do it together.
Was that my first isekai?
I don't know.
I believe so.
What? No Game No Life was my first isekai. I think it's the only No Game No Life, followed by Rise of the Shield Hero, and then there's also ReZero.
I didn't get into ReZero.
I actually quite like ReZero. Like the story behind it is actually interesting. So those were my first 3 isekais.
Dungeon. Picking up ladies in the dungeon.
Danmachi.
Danmachi.
I like Danmachi. But I watched it quite
once. Yeah.
I think I watched Danmachi like last year though.
For the first time? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mad. I think that was one of my first ones. I want to say that's an isekai, but I don't think it is an isekai.
No, it is an isekai.
It is? Okay.
It's a new world. That's how isekais are defined, remember?
We had to research this.
We did. Well, we had a debate.
Other worlds. Yes. We had to really...
Deep dive.
You got to be specific. Specificity is
because
important.
I was saying things. She's like, but he didn't go into the new world. I said, but that's not how isekais are defined. We had to go through it.
I think this started with, because I didn't remember the beginning of Goblin Slayer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that little bit in the beginning that said it was like another world. Bloody hell, Goblin Slayer. That beginning. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of that. On to the next one. On to the next. The next quick snack.
Quick snack. Quick midnight snack.
Quick midnight snack.
Red light, green light.
Red light, green light. Red light, green light.
Based off Naruto, because we're doing a full anime scene this week.
Damn straight. So,
Team 7.
Team 7. Yeah. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura. So, red light, green light.
Green light Naruto, red light Sakura, red light Sasuke. Sasuke is a bad bitch, but he's a troubled child. Sakura, you grow, you grow, but I don't like you after you grow. Naruto, you always have a heart. You're a cutie. You're Hokage. You fight for your friends. You fight for your village.
And you fight for your family.
Damn right.
That's a good man.
What's your red light, green light?
Exactly the same. Fuck that bitch. I don't know her. I already went on a tangent about this girl. Ain't no way. She's not even getting a bloody amber. I don't like her. I'm so sorry. But I just don't. I also don't think that she and Sasuke should have ended up together. I think she should have gone with Sai. I think they're very well suited. And I think Sasuke could have just been the end of the Uchiha. Done.
That would have made more sense to the storyline as well. Because his whole character was last
survivor.
Yeah, so
he ain't no last survivor no more.
Therefore, we should have just ended us being him by himself, growing old, being Naruto's romance.
And they made clones anyway, so like they could have just recovered the eye. You know what I mean? And I'm sure like Otsutsuki, because them people they're still there. So at some point, if they trickle down, they'll eventually get an Uchiha. So a Sharingan. So like, what's all that about? And then there's the Renegan thing that they all of them have, which just Sharingan irrelevant.
That's not true.
Like I said what I said.
Next. Haku and Zabuza. I'm gonna green light both of them. Yes, ma'am.
Of course, eh? You know your type, eh? You see what I'm dealing with. You see what? Red lights to Zabuza, I beg you. Red lights to
But
that
after I told you his background story, still.
Find that man. Red lights.
Still after I told you his background, you want to say red light?
Red light.
He was forced to kill his teammates, Uchenna.
Technically, Kakashi killed Obito. Do you see Kakashi doing all that shit? Thank you very much. Red light Zabuza.
And Haku?
Haku green light. You know what? Haku Amber. You're a dickhead, innit? Of all people to follow, it's a psychopath you choose to follow. You're like, one of them women are like, yeah, but he loves me. He loves you, Guinea. How? Amber.
He taught her.
I demote you from a green to an amber. A beautiful power, though. And I also like you because you showed that boy the real thing. You showed that stupid Sasuke life. That was the first that Sasuke thought, this boy Naruto is actually better than me, you know? I said, good. It was too big for his boots. You get too big for your boots. Too big for his damn boots. I humble that boy. Real good.
I'm a green light.
But yeah, he gets an amber from me. Inochi Kachu.
Is this Team 9?
I don't know. But Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. Shikamaru gets a green light from moi, because if I wasn't such a fangirl for Zoro, I'm a Shikamaru fangirl.
He's a silent killer.
You see that revenge thing he did? I said, that's a good man. That is a wow. I didn't think he could get that dark, because he was always like the little cool kid at the back of the class that's like really smart, but like he doesn't. What's that word that people like to use? When they're like, you don't something.
What?
Like you could be something, but you don't do it because you can't be asked.
Yeah, he's very nonchalant.
Yeah, but that's not the words. It's like you don't something yourself. Like you don't. It's not challenge yourself. There's a word. I'm sure there's a word. I'm forgetting the word. Oh, that's gonna hunt me now. God damn it. But anyway, that thing. Where like you have potential, but you're not using your potential. What's that word? Okay, sorry. Anyway, Shikamaru gets a green from me. Choji, you could be better. Amber, you lost me at the crush for Sasuke, but then you gained me back when Sasuke came back and you said, who the fuck is that? So I like you, so I'm a green light you. And when your daddy died, spoilers if you've not watched Naruto. Oh, green light for my baby girl.
Okay. I'm a green light, I'm a green light Shikamaru. I like the first season of Naruto when they're doing the tournament.
Yeah,
and we
with
see
Temari.
And we see his first powers. I was like, that's why I said he's a slow killer.
He's a smart one.
He's a slow killer. He marked his territory and said, I got you,
He said,
bitch.
got you. And then he goes,
I win.
Okay. No, I quit. It was like, yeah, sorry, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember that. I was so shocked. I was like, but why? I didn't get it. But yeah, next one.
Gaara.
Temari and Kankuro.
Oh, green light.
I
love Gaara.
Red light to that man, Kankuro.
Why?
Red light.
Because he tried to kill his brother?
No, because he tried to steal cookies. Of course it's because he tried to kill his brother. I mean, his brother was a psychopath.
Gaara was not a psychopath. He was lonely. He was exactly like Naruto, who was isolated.
Look, like I said, to be honest, it wasn't his fault.
Exactly.
He had voices in his head. However, it's exactly the same thing as Naruto. Why did Naruto not turn evil?
Okay, I'm going to give him an amber then. Kankuro.
Yeah, and
But
eventually
Gaara's still green.
given him an amber, because what he did when Sasori came, that was nice. With his little puppets and stuff. Tamari gets a green light from me. I like her.
Yeah.
Her character. Always. She was very flabbergasted that she lost to a man. I said, I know, girl, I feel you.
Yeah.
And Gaara, his growth was tremendous. So he gets a green light from me.
Thank you.
I was never going to give Gaara a red
I didn't
light.
know. I don't know where you're going with that.
However,
when I first started.
However, I don't know who that man is in Boruto.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know who that man is. I saw a picture. That's all I need to know. As I said, what's that hair doing? Looking like Sakamoto-san. What's this? Nonsense. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru. The original? No, they are not the original three. I'm sorry.
No, they're not. Okay, Tsunade gets a green light. Orochimaru gets a red, almost amber light, like it's transitioning. Because when we first see Orochimaru, he is a dickhead, first and foremost. But apparently in Boruto, he's a grown man. He's changed his ways. But, I haven't watched Boruto, so I'm going to stick with what I know.
Boruto's not canon. At this point, yeah.
I haven't watched Naruto, so I can't, I want to say, he's a hurt man. So he's a red/amber. He could be an amber, but it's not, I haven't seen that much growth in Naruto based off Naruto. And Naruto Shippuden. I don't, there's not much for me to go off. Jiraiya, the Pervy Sage, come on. I mean, the Pervy Sage is very given, As a title for a man, it's very given. So, for that reason, you're like, what's between amber and green? Because that's where he would be.
Rubicon, sponsor us. Let me just tell you now. That's my blood. 50% energy drink, Rubicon.
It is true. That's what we drink in this
We might
house.
have to blur this, But surely not, right?
Free advertisement.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
It actually tastes really nice. Zero sugar. I bet it's like 5 calories or something.
It's 38.
There's 1 calories.
Oh, look at me.
Decent.
And then the full one is like 107.
Yeah, which
but
is
like,
barely
which
anything.
is so much lower than other ones.
Jiraiya, you were given Jiraiya.
Yeah, I was like, what's between amber and green? Because that's where he would be.
Okay.
Well, I want to say he's an obvious green, but my thing is, the title of Purvis Sage for a man is very telling.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with your Jiraiya synopsis there. He sacrificed his life, green light. He is very strong, fought for his country, green light. But you see that perviness, and then his love for Tsunade.
He would sacrifice his life.
Together.
They should have. Personality.
So that's why he's green. But because he's a bit of a perv. But do you think there could ever be a, not polite, but politically correct perv? As I say it, I said no. But, yeah. Amber. But there couldn't be, right? But in the world that they're in the jokey of it all, he's a green light. But the perviness in this day and light is given a bit amber, yeah, like a yellowish green.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah.
I agree. Orochimaru red flag. Sorry, there ain't no redeeming for you. I know what you did during the war. I hear it. Like you brought them back past Hokage's back and shit, but red light still because of what your man Kabuto did, didn't it?
Also, Kabuto was his like student.
Yeah. Also, I ain't forgiving you for what you did to Anko. Also, why is Anko fat? Eh? See, I think that was one of the things that I lost my mind with Boruto. When I saw the women, I said, finish. 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 I would not be watching Boruto when I saw the women. I said, this is disrespectful. This is disrespect. You know, I saw the intro of Boruto. Like, I actually watched it. The first thing was the death of Naruto. I said, ooh. My head was hot. I was like, okay, let's see how we get here. Let's see what's happening. And then I said, is this the dream? Like, is this still, what's it called? The Infinite Tsukuyomi? Because it has to be. I said, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay.
But still, red flag for Orochimaru. What he did. Like, what he did to the kid with all the bone stuff. No, This man, he ruined so many people's lives, bro. You can't redeem yourself from that shit. I'm so sorry. You can't redeem. He's still doing freaking experiments still today.
They're sanctioned this time. Sanctioned.
I question it. Well, what the hell is Naruto thinking anyway?
Head of science.
And now
Wild take. I was gonna say it's like Donald Trump and his new cabinet.
No. The yellowhead, they're not the same two yellowhead men. They're not the same. Stop this. They're not the same.
I joke, obviously.
But you know, some people, they'll see this clip, they'll be, something take. No, let's do the parallels between Naruto. I said, no.
I disclaimer for people who don't know how I'm joking, but obviously I'm joking.
Tsunade is spoiled. Her love story with Dan was very tragic.
She's a princess.
Exactly. Like I said, she's spoiled. So she's been through a lot. She's a gambler.
An alcoholic?
I guess, but she can heal herself. So, she gets an amber.
Okay.
Like a greenish yellow, just like Jiraiya. She has bad habits, but she's very strong. She's very good. And she never does anything with malicious intent either. So she just has really bad money management. So I guess she's a green, all in all. When you weigh pervertedness with gambling, I mean,
which one do you think is worse?
Yellow green.
Okay.
They're about that. Oh, they're not the same.
They're not the same.
But then she has death as well, and she can never. Well. She's more green than Jiraiya. She's tittering on the edge there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's a green yellow and Jiraiya's a yellow green.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we have this team, but then I added her and her thing because of, you know. What? So we've got Neji, Hinata's dad, 1010, and Rock Lee.
Okay.
So
Hinata's dad is a red flag. You want to disagree?
I'd say Amber.
Why would you say Amber?
He was put in a very difficult situation by what Neji's dad did. They were twins.
Okay. But he was horrible to Hinata. You don't agree with that either?
No, I do. I absolutely do. But I sigh. That's all I did. But he was very horrible to Hinata.
Okay.
But that it's the whole out of love thing.
Okay. Hinata is a green light, Naruto's first friend. And obviously she marries Naruto. And there's a meme that we both like that we talk about quite often.
For a character who's very girly and, well, who's very timid, I think she's the only timid character that I've ever liked. Even from the beginning when she was timid. Mm-hmm. Because Hinata now is not who she was before.
Okay.
But I've liked her throughout. I don't know how they managed to do that.
I don't think she was timid. I think she lacked confidence.
Shy. Yeah.
Because of where in her household and what she was dealing with, she lacked confidence in herself. So I don't think she was ever. I think once she got out of that situation, or she learned to grow confidence in herself, we saw her full potential.
True. Okay. No, I hear it. But Hinata's a green flag for me as well.
Green flag. Neji, I'm going to put you as a yellow green. Just because he was rude to Hinata, and I didn't like that. Tenten's a green, and Rock Lee is also green.
I agree with Tenten. 100% green. A girl after my own heart. Weapons and weapons. She's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what? At first, I didn't actually quite like her because I thought she was going to be a bit of a pick-me. But she grew on me. So I like. She used to follow Neji up and down, but...
It's okay.
I like.
Everyone has to have a crush.
You have to have a crush? I don't think I've ever actually had like a proper crush.
I don't think I've had a crush. Apart from anime crushes, but I don't think that counts in real life.
That's not even a real crush.
That's why I said it's not a real crush.
My heart don't palpitate or nothing. I just like them, innit? Is that problematic?
No, I don't think it is.
But I feel like it's part of like development. Because in a way, you experience rejection. It's not rejection, but you experience something. Like it's not...
Well, I think you just like a crush and then a crush fades and then you just move on. Is that how it happens?
I don't know. I feel like crushes are like people that you like, but they don't like you back.
No.
Is that like unrequited love? That's unrequited love.
That's unrequited love. Let's define crush.
But I feel like your crush, you would like to get in a relationship with them, but you're just shy to approach them, so you never do. So to me, I just think that's really sad. Like, I think crushes can be unrequited love.
They can end up as unrequited love.
Right. And some crushes could just end and never go forward because the guy's a dick.
Google says, a romantic crush, because I had to define which kind of crush I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
Because it could be like the actual like crush with like a rock or something like that. So because it will give you that definition. So a romantic crush, as defined by Google, is a strong feeling of romantic love for someone or likeness that is usually not expressed and does not last long. Oh. So like almost like it's compared it to like an infatuation or idealization or like a tingle thrill.
A tingle?
Well, it says thrill. I'm just...
What, like someone you find attractive?
It says thrill right there. Thrill.
Yeah, it says butterflies.
It's in your stomachs. So that the feelings of a crush can excite butterflies or electricity.
I get butterflies, not for people. No.
Well, then you have just crushes over other things, I suppose. Then
no.
What do you get butterflies for?
It's like an adrenaline rush. Like when I'm about to do something, like when I'm going into an exam, I get butterflies.
That's fair, but that's not a romantic. That's just butterflies.
That's a thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it's giving you examples of how it's like
infatuation.
So infatuation, idealization, and thrill. So based off this, I've never been infatuated by any person. I've never idealized or imagined myself with another person. Does that make sense?
I don't think I've liked someone romantically in that sense. I mean, I like people, but that's just stays as that. Does that make sense? Like I think, oh yeah, that guy's cool. Oh yeah, that girl's cool. And that's about it. I don't dwell on it.
As I said, if you're not an anime character, we keep it moving.
Even then. Even then. Hardcore.
The way you stand Akane, you don't want to say that. The way you stand Akane today.
That's not a crush.
I think Robbie's my crush currently.
Yeah,
but she didn't win.
It's not a romantic feeling.
Oh, no, it's not romantic, and I guess not. It's just a likeness towards her. Okay, I have a likeness towards
Neji. However, so I agree. Hinata green, Rock Lee. Your crush on Sakura is very questionable, but green light still. 10-10, green light. Hinata's dad, full on amber. Neji, I give him green, because his redemption arc. He's death.
Not yellow green.
Painful. No, how dare you? More green. He was a child. He was a bully.
Yeah.
He grew up to be a fantastic man. Very humble. He felt like he was nothing. And the only person he felt like he had power over was Hinata, because even her dad thought she was trash. So what was he going to think when he was like 10 or whatever? I don't know. He was older than the rest, but still. And he had that freaking mark on his head like he's a freaking outcast. I mean, a hater gonna hate. And he was hating. He was a hater.
He was angry.
He hated this girl for no reason. He looked at her like trash. Like, your people are gonna look at me like trash. You're even the trash of your people. So what? Why are you so timid? You're the first child of like the head of the clan. Why are you so timid?
Because you're bullying me.
Angry. No, the dad was the reason for this, obviously, of her behavior. And then he just, I guess he copied it, innit? So, but you see when Naruto like punched him into enlightenment. And he was an enlightened man from then on. Yeah, no more sadness, all just growth.
He almost killed her.
Well, hatred can do a lot of things. I mean, like I said, greenish amber. I'm not saying it's child on child abuse.
I'm gonna stick with yellow green.
And he's repented. And it was such a shame he died. I was very heartbroken by this. I was very hurt by this, Sir Kishimoto. Very, very. What did I say? I said kill Kakashi.
You actually did.
I said kill Kakashi, leave Neji alone. Like that would have had more of an impact.
No, thank you.
But there we go, Kakashi's still alive.
Fantastic.
So whatever, man. So now, this was slightly based on like a fight that happened in like Naruto, like just at the beginning. And I just added one person because why not?
Question.
Yeah.
Why wasn't Kurenai on your top 10, top 15 fave?
While I like her power, she a weak bitch. She's not even stronger than freaking Sakura at the end.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Kurenai. They're better eye powers and like, what's that thing called? Genjutsu powers. Like, here's one. There we go.
Okay.
But her powers are so cool though. Yeah, but they're just the stronger women in Naruto than her. And even the one that I thought was the strongest. Oh, Conan could have been one who made the list. But she's literally my favorite person in. Is she my favorite person? Her little thing on that Yuko guy. I didn't get it, but still, she's up there for me. But her death was very sad. I was very upset by her death. Very upset. But yeah, there's stronger people than her. Okay, so the list goes Kakashi, Asuma, Kurenai, Itachi, Kisame, and then I just, for bants, for vibes, I added Kabuto.
A special man.
Indeed. There's a special place in hell for that man, that's for sure.
How he fell from grace to grace to grace.
You know what thing it did to him? What it actually did to him? I said, well deserved. Well deserved. That man did not deserve happiness.
Okay, Kakashi. One of my first male crushes.
Did he give you butterflies?
No.
What a shame.
I think it was infatuation. Thank you.
Okay.
It was infatuation. So just based off that, I mean, he's a smart reader.
Exactly. See?
He's a smart reader.
See?
Yeah.
I said kindred spirit right there. From young. I said, we know ourselves, yeah?
And he's
green
like,
flag.
right, it's a green flag. It's like,
It don't matter, the thing with that girl. Get it.
Do you remember the demure trend that came up?
Yeah.
And then the book girlies were like, I'm not like you other girls. I read smut, but you see this cover? It gives flowers. It gives floral. It's cutesy. It's demure. I'm not showing you sex on the front page. No. I am mindful. That's what Kakashi gives me. I'm mindful.
He's the number one Jiraiya fan girl.
He really is.
Fat man. Yeah. Green light.
Yeah. Asima, green light. Kurenai, you don't really do much, so green light for you too. You just there. Itachi, yellow green. Kisame Hoshigaki, love you. He's an amber red. Kisame. Kabuto, obviously the deepest of red.
See, the reddest. Wholehearted, the reddest of them all. Everything red. What a man. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Kabuto, red. Itachi, he's very complicated.
I put him as yellow green because he did what he did because he had to do what he had to do.
He did a bad thing for the greater good. And I feel like I judged someone recently on that.
Who?
Akane.
Ah, okay.
So I'm tempted to give him a green light, but he's definitely not a green light.
So it's yellow green?
Actually, no.
A green yellow?
He's a green yellow.
No.
No. He's a yellow red. Sorry.
So it's almost red?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's more yellow.
Yeah, he's more yellow than red.
Okay.
He did try to avoid all the things that he did in the Akatsuki, but I think he himself even would acknowledge that he's bathed in red. I mean, he killed his entire clan. God damn.
He was a teenage boy. He didn't know better.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. Kisame?
I don't give a shit. I know you told me his backstory because I didn't remember.
It's not Kisame we talked about. It was Zabuza.
Kisame we talked about.
No, it was
So we're
Zabuza.
talking about Kisame because this was where we were. And that's what I said. That's what I told you. I said, are we talking about Kisame or Zabuza earlier? And you said Kisame.
Let me double check. Kisame.
Kisame is the guy whose sword eats people's chakra. And that was
No,
what
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I think you meant Zabuza.
At the time.
Yeah, I feel like inside you were thinking Zabuza.
But no, Kisame's backstory is the one I told you of, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I know the backstory still red.
Oh, poor you.
Because again, he could have chosen better. He actually had no choice. I mean, I guess he did.
What do you mean you could have chosen better? Tell me.
Naruto could have been a villain.
No, Kisame.
You said them people. Oh, right.
It's a similar situation. He was ordered.
He was ordered, wasn't he? Yeah, he didn't really have a choice.
And it's not until he found out it was a lie, that's when he moved away. But then he joined the Katsuki.
Yeah, and then Madara himself met him and told him what his real intention was. Red. Because, he was going to live in a life with no lies. The fuck? Red flag. It's actually, he said, these Akatsuki people, they're bad. I'm going to infiltrate and be a spy. In fact, he's getting greener. Don't look at me. He's special.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. You want to give Itachi a green?
Of course, I said he's getting greener.
So still red, yellow.
Because he was red.
Yellow.
It was yellow red before.
Now it's just yellow.
Now he's proper amber.
Well, then Team Itachi for
upgrade.
Yeah.
Kurenai, I don't know. You were there for character development and.
That's it. She's just
baby.
there. So she's green.
Baby.
Yeah. She's just there. She doesn't do anything good or bad.
I don't want to judge her because.
She's just so basic.
Yeah. She ain't worth a red or green or anything.
Asima?
I'm actually such an asshole. Nah, she's a green light. she a good one. I mean, the baby could have gone gonzo. You know, you don't want to be a single mom and that. I'm going to delete that out. I didn't say that. But I mean, look at that. You made a man. A man made you a single. And then he went to go and die on you. I'm joking. Green flag. She's a good woman. I mean, it's not like the guy left. He actually died. So, yeah. It's such a shame, though. Actually, are there any good love stories in this thing? Because Kakashi's girl, she dies from young. So he's been heartbroken for forever.
We got Naruto and thingy. Hinata.
No. I mean, in this generation. In Naruto, not Shippuden.
Yeah. Oh, okay. A good love story.
We don't really know anything about the wives of, like, them, the Hokages, apart from Naruto's parents. And then they died.
They sacrificed themselves in Naruto.
Très tragique. Who's next?
That's awesome. Did you really rate Kakashi?
Sasori's parents. They're fucking tragic. Kakashi's parents, tragic. I don't think we even know anything about his mum, but his dad, tragic. We don't know anything about the third's wife. Kakashi's parents were crazy.
I mean, you can say
no, not
Sasuke's
Kakashi,
parents.
Itachi's parents, yeah, they were crazy.
But they loved each other.
I guess. But then they died, both of them, by their son. And nothing comes to mind. Anything for you?
No, I don't think I find like a happy love story. Because even with like Gaara's parents, his mother died in childbirth. Who else's parents do we see, or adults we see in the world?
Oh, I guess Inochika chose. Well, no, because them daddies they died.
Shoji's. Do we meet Rock Lee's parents? Or do we hear of them? I suppose not.
I think he was an orphan.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe Tenten's parent, but we don't really know anything about them. I'm going through the list now.
Sakura's parents?
Jeez, really? Who's the mangaka of this thing? Really? The most useless woman, you make her parents the ones that are happy. She's well adjusted. Oh my god, that's why I don't like her.
Because she has parents. I love her.
Because she's well adjusted. She's normal. She is the normal one amongst them. Oh my god.
Sakura's parents are
Are
happy.
you telling me that my hateration is because she's just so goddamn normal?
That can't be it. I assure you.
She's like a normal teenage girl. She had a crush on a bad boy, you know.
As I do.
And like, she's given typical Essex girl.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You want to end on that note?
That's it. No, I'm joking. Whose parents though? Who's?
That's the only one I could think of.
Sorry, often. Bad. What's the guy with the dog? His parents are okay. I don't know if one of them dies. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think it was something happened to one of them in the war, I think. Shino. Oh, I think Shino's parents are fine. There you go.
We've got two female leads.
The bugs people. Oh, Shino's a guy. Shino's the guy with the bugs.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like the bugs.
Oh, I really liked him.
Oh. No, I liked him as a character. I just didn't like his power.
I wasn't actually creeped out by them. I don't like bugs, but it didn't bother me. They were on the screen.
I suppose.
I laugh at horror a lot. Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
They don't scare me. Oh my god. It started when I went to the cinema to watch Lady in the Black with Daniel Radcliffe. And I went with my friend. It was the first ever horror that I watched. Not thrillers. Thrillers are great. Horror. I said, this is a joke thing. What? It was not scary one bit. I said, we laughed throughout that entire thing.
You did?
Yes. And ever since then, I just think horror is just comical.
Okay. Good for you.
I said, because you can see it from a mile away. You could see it from a mile away. You're like, oh, okay, something's going to jump out now. Okay. It's chasing her. Okay, it's going to catch her and it's going to kill her.